Good evening from, it was sunny earlier, we're in Fleetwood. Tommy's arrived, continued MEP campaign, so we're here now. Tommy's about to start in a couple of minutes. I just want to start the live feed now, so you don't miss anything. I'll show you the crowd. 1 second. Good turnout once again. Yeah, how you doing, mate?
Well done. There's always good people behind good people.
So nice jumper as well,
mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you, mate. So, great crowd again. All turned up in force on the estate. So Tommy. Okay, where's ATAC? Can I have ATAC over here, please? Okay. Let's do it.
So you're live right now?
Yeah, so just
Hey, Danny Tomo's live, people. Or just
Right, can I just ask one favour? If everyone could just push back a tiny bit, just so he's got a bit of crowd, a bit of space, sorry. So I'm going to talk 10 seconds. Just want to say once again a massive thank you to absolutely everyone that's turned out. Once again, you haven't disappointed. Tommy's been absolutely everywhere, and everywhere he goes, as usual, everyone always turns up. So I just want to say a big thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tommy Robinson.
Tomo's lost.
Hello, Fleetwood. You know the best thing about this campaign, which we witnessed yesterday in Barrow, everyone on our side is so happy. We're always smiling. The hate that faces us. If you could have witnessed the hate yesterday, wait till you see the video that comes out tomorrow. I mean, these people are just screaming, angry, full of hate, but yet the media portray them as the moral high ground and us as the bad guys. I can't wait for the 23rd of May. Do you know, lads, I see a group of lads over here who were walking up earlier. Just reminding me of myself walking up where I grew up. Have you ever voted, lads? Have you ever voted? No. I've never voted, yeah? And as I saw all you lads walking up earlier, I just reminded me of me walking up, and I thought, do you know what? If we get lads like that, if we get the groups of young lads, we get the non-voters to vote, it's gonna be like a lightning bolt into the middle of that establishment, because they ignore us. They don't care about us. The reason they don't care about us, I've said it every single speech, so if you've watched them, you've probably heard it. Working class communities like this. 75% of our country are from communities like this. 96% of those traitors in Parliament are middle class, their children are privately educated. Now, I'm not having a go at Middle England, I'm not having a go at people who are middle class. I'm not having a go at successful people either. What I'm saying is the people from our communities who have been forgotten, who have no voice. I'm here to ask you, every one of you, I want to be your voice. I want to be your voice.
Well said, Tom.
You may have, has anyone seen since yesterday? So I found out yesterday, to set up this campaign, for every election campaign, there are laws where people aren't allowed to interfere with the electoral process. As all of you know, I've been banned off all of social media. We've all been banned, we're all getting banned. Why was I banned? I was banned after Panodrama. Who watched Panodrama? Yay! Hate Nick Lowes, how you doing? You're rapey weirdos. So, how many people watch Panodrama? Panodrama exposed. And exposed to it, we have 1.5 million views within 24 hours on Facebook, 2 million views on all other YouTube channels. exposed the working of the British establishment, using Panorama, you working with far left organisations to demonise me, to slander me, to stop me. Why did they want to stop me? They wanted to stop me because they fear. They don't fear me, they fear this. They fear all of you. They fear working class people. They fear the British public waking up and realising we don't have to listen to you. You're elected as our officials. You're not there to dictate to us. And for too long I've watched this country. We all love our country. We all love our children. We look at our children, I look at all these beautiful kids, you little man there. I look at the kids and think that every one of us have a duty. We have a duty to hand down a safe and prosperous Britain to them. Okay?
Yes.
To them.
Well said.
Quite frankly, for the last 30 years we've failed. Every one of us have failed. Everyone could have done more. And the reason being, when you look through our history as a country, and you look what our forefathers sacrificed, you look what they did. You had 14-year-olds pretending they were 16. You had children pretending they were adults, so that they could run, like your granddad, so that they could run, so that they could fight, so that they could protect our country, because they cared, not about themselves, not about just their family. They cared about the whole country. We had a community. We had a feeling and a brother and sisterhood in our country, where if you harm one, you harm us all. What we have become as a society, what we've all become as a society, is selfish, where people only care about themselves. We have people scared to say how they feel. And I'm not standing here because if you're one of the people that have been scared. I was scared. When I started my activism in 2009, I wore a mask and I used a fake name. And I did that because I was scared. Yeah? I was scared. And in the end, when they unmasked me and they told everyone my name, it was probably the best thing that could have happened. Because at that point then I had a decision to make. And if Carol, if you're watching this, me and my cousin shook hands. And we said we can't go 1 foot in. If we're in it, we're in it. And we made an agreement that we'll both be in it. And so every one of you that have come out today, I spoke to you who lost your job. I spoke to a man there who lost his job for putting up a free Tommy sign on his social media. What sort of society do we live in? And the only way, you see when it swings and when it breaks, it's going to swing and break so quick, so fast. You see all the people who are feeling the way we feel, and trust me, in every town and city they're feeling it, because everywhere I go, even if I queue up in KFC, I get everyone in the queue, I get the people behind the counter. Every town and city I go, I see that people aren't just feeling it, they're feeling so passionately about it. I get people not just saying, all right Tommy, but going, come on Tommy, come on!
Come on Tommy! Come on!
The important thing about this election on May 23rd, a vote for Tommy Robinson is not a vote for me. A vote for Tommy Robinson is a vote for every single one of those people who feel silenced, who feel oppressed, who feel betrayed. If you're betrayed with the establishment, if you're betrayed by the media, your councils, how many of them speak for us? How many of them genuinely, how many politicians do you look at? How many of them do you look at and do you even think he believes what he's saying? There's one, Jared Batten, that's it, that's the only one I know. That's the only one I know. So there's one thing that I can guarantee, and I guarantee it every time. I will make mistakes, yeah? There will be mistakes, because I'm human. But there's one thing that I can take away. I believe every single word that I say. I'd stand down and I'd die before I change my opinions on it. I want everyone to understand what will happen on the 23rd when we win this election. Every single one of you, if you get out and vote, get your family out, get them out to vote, you will take part in a historic moment that is going to shock so many people. It's not going to shock us because we know how people are feeling. But you see those detached from society, you see the politicians, the liberal elite, the media, they will be scratching their heads. I don't want the 23rd of May to be a protest vote. I want it to be the beginning of an uprising, the beginning of a fight back, the beginning of the resistance. I want to travel this country to. I know you've had success. Where's Colette? You've already had success in this area of UKIP. You've already took. Well done UKIP. You've already done that.
Well done UKIP.
The reason I've come to the Northwest, I want to get into Labour's heartlands. The reason why is because I feel so betrayed by them. My granddad, my mum, my whole family would have been loyal Labour voters. What Labour have done to this country, what they've done across this country, the way they've betrayed us, for a new electorate of people, the way they have, and I get angered and frustrated by it. And until there's an opposition, and an alternative option, I want to be that alternative option. I want to go across this country into working class communities, to the lads like that who have never voted. I want to give you something to vote for. We need to be talking politics. All of us talking politics. The reason why we're betrayed, and it's a fact, the reason why we are betrayed is because we don't vote. I'll explain. There's an organisation called MEND. They operate in Greater Manchester. They are an extremist, radical, jihadi organisation. The leader of their organisation says that they will use democracy to get Sharia. The leader of their organisation says that British troops are legitimate targets. The leader of their organisation says that women should never work. Now why would you think that the Mayor of Greater Manchester, Andy Burnham, the local councils and the police work with MEND? They have joint days with these jihadi organisations. It's the equivalent of having joint days with the Nazis or the National Front. Now why are they doing it? I'll tell you why they're doing it. Because MEND have got out into their communities, they've got them whipped up, they've got them organised, they've got them voting. They now hold the sway of votes in 14 seats for MPs. Because of that, the Conservative Party, the Labour Party and the Liberal Dems will all work with MEND. MEND work with our police forces across the country. Until we organise ourselves like that, until we oppose them like that, until we organise ourselves democratically in a military fashion like they do, until we do that, we'll be betrayed. The time for moaning. You know what? If people don't get out and vote, everyone's moaning. Everyone's shouting at the TV, and shouting at the TV. I watch it. I get so frustrated. I'm screaming. I'm shouting. I see the politicians. I'm cursing every single one of them. I'm asking you. You don't need to shout at the TV anymore. If you vote on May 23rd, I'll be in the middle of them, shouting for every single one of you.
Yeah!
Just as well. Picture. I just signed myself earlier, me and Danny. I had to sign in who's going to be at the election night on the 26th. So just picture, surrounded by the elite, because that's what they are. They are not us. None of them are us. You know, I went for the meeting with all of the MEPs, and I went for a meeting with all their teams. None of us fit in there, and that's not how it should be. They should be representative of the people. None of them represent us. I want to be in the middle of them. When I win my seat, I want to hold the biggest party in the park. Not some posh politician's party, but a party that every single one of you are invited to for making that historic moment. I'm going to be banned from Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg. Whose is a drone, eh? So, the most important thing for every single one of us to understand is the power is in our hands. They have the power. Right now, Silicon Valley has the power. Mark Zuckerberg has the power. The European Union has the power. Theresa May, the politicians, have the power. On the 23rd of May, we have the power. We have the power. We will vote and have the power. And we all know I've been censored. The best thing I always say I smile my way through it, okay? And we do, don't we? Who's on our campaign? We're having a great time, isn't we? We laugh our way through it. Do you know why? Because there's one thing that they can't take from us. There's one thing that they can't quite grasp. They don't get it, right? Even the opposition, I looked at yesterday, there's about 15 or 20 of the opposition out against us. All paid to be there, all communists, all Marxists. The one thing they can't take from us is our love for our country. We are volunteers, every single one of you standing here. You've come out, you've volunteered, you've given your time. There is nothing stronger than the heart of a volunteer. So, if you look as well, the reason why I smile is because what I've watched them try to do for 10 years, they're trying to put it back in the box, and it's out of the box. Everyone knows what's happening. The media, the satisfaction I get when I walk into communities and I see the reception I get, and I realise that no one's built their lives, no one's buying their narrative. You know, I went to a nightclub, I went to a nightclub in London about 2 months ago. I went with my friends. I was literally the only white face in this nightclub. Yeah? And do you know the reception I received? By the black community in London? They absolutely loved me. Which is why I laughed, because I just thought, the media, all of you, your lives are not washing. They're not washing with anyone. Everyone, and this is the best time, and the moment and the phase we're going through right now in Europe will be viewed upon, will be read upon in history. When the elite, when all of them betrayed us, when they opened the borders to people, when they betrayed every single one of us, when they wanted to replace us, because that's what they're doing. And it will be viewed upon history in the start of the political uprising. If you look at what happened with Donald Trump's election, the media, they hammered him. They said he had no chance. The establishment hammered him. The people stood behind him. We've seen it even in India, in the election in India with Modi. Anyone who's gone against the globalists, anyone who's gone against their plan, everyone has been attacked, smeared and slandered. But in every single country, the people have stood behind them. You've all seen, I must be the most slandered person in this country by the British media. Okay? Let's send them all a message on May 23rd that the people are not fine anymore. And the importance, you know, the idea of not voting, I've never voted, as I've said. Every one of you, I'm asking you, and I'm pleading with you. We're not fighting an equal level election. I have no social comms. I have no way of reaching the public. That's all been taken from me. That's why, as a movement, every one of you, we are all together. I need every single one of you to spread the word. I need you to take this message to the building sites, to your work, to your colleagues, if you've still got a job after listening tonight, to the restaurants, when you're sitting around with family, speak to them, show them the reality of the situation we're in, and please, 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 it will take 10 minutes. Go out and vote. Go out and vote, be part of history. Be part of history, because it's happening. It's happening on May 23rd. I want to say a special thank you again to everyone here for taking the time to come in. There's a documentary coming out on Charlene Downs that he wants me to mention, because I believe you're in it. I believe he's in it. I protested many times in Blackpool. You was there? Essex Division, yeah. We protested. You know, I went to Barrow yesterday. I'd been in Barrow for 1 hour. I had a father come to me whose daughter had been groomed, abused, chained naked in a house for 2 days, aged 13 years old. He made me aware that local men who own takeaways in Barrow had been arrested, that there are 12 victims. How many newspapers has that been in? I met the journalist from Barrow. I said, tell me why you've not reported about the arrests. Tell me why. He said, I didn't know nothing about it. And he's lying. which is why every one of you with your cameras out, you're the media, share it far, share it wide. Let's make history on May 23rd and let's wipe the smiles off all their faces, man. Thank you, everyone. You know, there's two young lads, you know, there's young lads who I've just heard of here, and they've got an Instagram page. And where are they? Fellas, get up here. That's great.
Why is it?
My son loves your Instagram page, so get up here. I don't know your earbuds.
It's me, Flash. I'm following you. Guys get following and guys get voting. Tommy Robinson, you know what to do? Okay, good nose to come and see every single one here.
Hey lads, you're living Bradford, did you? Yeah, good luck. What's up, love, sir? What's up? Cheers, boys. Cheers, lads. Funny way you don't know they are. Those two lads run a little comedy Instagram page. My son follows them and loves them as well, man. But yeah, again, everybody know how important you are in this, yeah? And you know the name, I say the name Tommy Robinson. Who knew my name was Stephen Yaxton, anyway? Anyone know? So that name has become, that's not about me. What that's become is not about me, yeah? I watch when I come out of prison. And that has become a symbol of a fight in this country. A fight for free speech. A fight for our country. A fight for every one of us. So every single one of you at Tommy Robinson, I want to say thank you everyone for coming out. Cheers. One thing, sorry, whilst I'm here. Hey, look, for anyone who doesn't know, yesterday they removed our Stripe account. Stripe is the processing for payments for when you pay on your bank card. Stripe is how it's processed. Stripe has now removed us. Everywhere is removing us. So you can't. We have got a bucket. That's where we got to. You can't win a campaign without support. We have to pay for this. We have security. We have the leaflets. Who's got a leaflet so far through their door? Some email posts going to do their job then. Some ain't though. We know not. But yeah, so there are buckets going around. Anyone who can spare anything is massively appreciated. And on the May 23rd, we are going to rock that establishment.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
So if you're looking for the bucket, because I understand you are, ATL, can you hold the bucket up so they know where you are?
He's over there. Okay, that's it.
Thank you everyone for coming and turning the mic off. Thank you.
Okay. Another one in the books. So, I'll be honest with you. If you've watched my videos, if you've watched what Tommy's done over the last few weeks, tomorrow's the one you might want to tune into. Tomorrow's Rochdale and Oldham. We've had information that there will be a group of individuals that are coming down specifically to cause problems. We've had threats of Tommy being stabbed, threats that they're going to throw excrement over him, that they're going to throw milkshakes at him, and that there's going to be physical violence tomorrow. People have this vision, this opinion of the English Defence League as a racist organisation that was led by Tommy Robinson back in the day. When he first did that, it was because he believed in something and he tried it. That's why he left, because those traits of the far right started infiltrating themselves into the movement. Now, I've had some information sent to me about the Muslim Defence League, who are saying they're going to be there tomorrow and they're going to attack Tommy. I've shared a few bits and bobs about that. We need to make sure that everything's on camera. We need to make sure that everyone's got an idea of what's going on. I will be live the whole time, from the time we're in the car to the time we leave. So if you can, please come join us. If you can't get down there, we'd appreciate it if you could. We need the support. You know, the support's going to be there, but if you're not busy tomorrow and you've got a bit of petrol in the car, come down, because tomorrow's going to be a very interesting one. We're all going to have to wear our bulletproof vests. We're all going to have to wear our stab vests, I mean. So, yeah, I'm a bit worried. My family's worried. Tom's family's worried. But we have to do this. We have to show the public what it's like when we walk into these sort of places. For the residents that live there, how they're feeling. We obviously know what happened in Haywood. That is where the child exploitation was rife in those areas. So Tommy's had a lot to say about those areas for many years. Please join us tomorrow, Rochdale and Oldham. It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. I'm going to try my hardest to keep him safe, keep myself safe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. So tune in tomorrow, guys. Rochdale, Oldham. See you tomorrow.